It usually means part of you already knows the relationship is over, but another part is still trying to keep hope alive. Letting go is rarely a single decision. It is usually a slow grief process, accepting that you can love someone, miss someone, and still recognize they are no longer meant to stay in your life. The hard part is that your heart keeps reaching for what your mind is trying to release. A gentle way to think about it is this: you do not have to stop caring in order to let go. You only have to stop building your future around someone who is no longer holding it with you. Sometimes letting go looks like creating distance, stopping yourself from rereading old messages, allowing yourself to feel the loss instead of chasing closure, and reminding yourself that missing them is not the same as needing them back. You can say to yourself, I can love what this meant to me, and still accept that it cannot continue. I do not have to keep hurting myself to prove that it mattered. I am allowed to release what I cannot fix. If you want this as a poem, quote, caption, or longer personal reflection, I can turn it into that tone. You already know the truth, and that matters. This is not love you should keep acting on. It is guilt, grief, shame, and longing all tangled together. The kindest thing you can do for her now is stop reaching for her entirely. Not because you are worthless or beyond forgiveness, because she has made her boundary clear. No response is a response. Blocking was a response. Continuing to comment keeps reopening the wound for you, and it risks turning your remorse into another burden she has to carry. A hard truth. An apology is not always something the other person needs to receive. Sometimes the real apology is changed behavior, leaving her alone, not asking her to soothe your guilt, not asking for one more chance to explain, not trying to prove you understand now, just stopping. You cannot undo how you acted, but you can refuse to keep repeating it. That is where your dignity starts coming back. Do this plainly. Stop commenting on her channel. Block or mute her pages on your side if you need to. Do not check for signs, updates, or hidden meanings. Write the apology in a note you never send. When the shame flares up, remind yourself, my job is not to get relief from her. My job is to respect the boundary now. What you are grieving is not just her. It is also the version of yourself you wish you had been with her. That is why it hurts so much. You are mourning the lost chance, the embarrassment, the wasted time, and the person you could have been. That grief is real, but it does not have to keep turning into pursuit. You are not a monster for messing this up. You are selfish, immature, and reactive. Those are painful things to admit, but they are human things. The way you make that admission meaningful is by letting it change you. A sentence to keep nearby. I cannot make this right with her, but I can stop making it worse. If you want, I can help you write an unsent goodbye letter, so you can put all of this somewhere and finally begin to release it. I know it hurts, but facing it this honestly is a real step forward. A lot of people stay stuck because they keep rewriting the story to make themselves less at fault. You are not doing that. You are telling the truth, and that gives you a chance to actually change. What matters now is not punishing yourself forever. It is choosing restraint. Choosing silence where you once chased. Choosing respect where you once acted from ego and panic. That is how you start becoming someone you can live with again. You do not need to become convinced that you were evil. You only need to accept that you caused harm, that the door is closed, and that love now has to look like leaving her alone. The shame may keep coming in waves. When it does, try this. I was wrong. I regret it. I cannot undo it. I can live differently now. That is the path out of this. Tonight, the most helpful thing you can do is one concrete act of letting go. Delete the draft comment, block the channel from your side, or write everything you wish you could say in a note that stays private. One respectful action matters more than 100 guilty thoughts. You can still become a gentler person than the one who handled this badly.